Hello, Aileen. Thanks for joining.
Hi.
How are you today?
Very good, very good. Looking
Good
forward
stuff.
to this.
Wonderful. So have I, actually. I've got a whole day of it, so it's fantastic. Aileen, I'd love to introduce you firstly. You're Aileen Maher. You run a salon in County Kildare. I think it's Newbridge. And basically, it's called Hair, Scalp and Wig Therapy by Aileen Maher. Am I right?
Yes, that's it.
Wonderful. So what a great service you provide to the community. My God, this is fantastic news. And it's an arm of hairdressing that I don't think has been approached in the fullest sense. So people like you that are delivering training in the industry, etc., and looking after customers for all their, I guess, hair thinning or confidence needs. What a brilliant service. So we're really glad you're a PHAB Service Star holder. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to ask you a few little questions about, can I ask why you applied for the PHAB Service Star, please, Aileen?
Right. So I suppose having my own business for over 25 years and being a hairdresser, over the years, we won all the awards, we applied for, we had all of these different services, all of these 5-star services. But I just felt the PHAB, I wanted to be an industry expert. I had my own salon for 25 years. I had 3 shops at one stage. And I decided there wasn't, while hairdressers are very good colorists, very good cutting and offering great services, there's fabulous salons all over the country. But when somebody would have hair thinning, when somebody is going through chemo or cancer, we as hairdressers, a lot of the time, the education wasn't there. And, where were we sending these clients? How were we looking after them? And, being honest, being a salon owner myself, I was in that position. I had young, hairdressers or young clients coming into me.
Correct.
Needing this service. So I decided to, a few years ago, I sold up my salon. I made a sort of a pact that I was not going to be an old hairdresser, that I wanted to be an industry expert. So I sold up my sort of big salon, and I set up a training program for scalp and hair and wig education, and an oncology aesthetics training program as well. So that's when I'd heard to Paul Griffin in Galway, and I'd seen what he had been working with the PHAB Service Star. So
he's
ideally,
on our advisory board. Yeah, he's on our advisory board, and a real, I guess, his input is very valuable, and he really takes care of all of you, and your, I guess, Irish hairdressing interest is very well protected by Paul Griffin for all of you here with the PHAB Service Stars. So we are delighted to always have him on board.
Yeah, so it's just to be an industry expert compared to other stars out there, compared to other, sort of awards out there. This is definitely about being the expert in the industry. So I think, yeah, that's what brought me to you.
Thank you. That sounds lovely to us. So could I ask, how thorough were we when we were vetting you? And we spoke to, and I'm not expecting great news here, but we also speak to your customers. And so some of them must have come back with feedback about what we asked, and we're thorough there as well. So fire away and tell us how thorough we were, and did it help us being that thorough?
Yes, well, like I said, I just felt other sort of companies as such want to offer you a service or whatever, service star, but it's just a kind of a marketing ply. With ye, when I applied for it, it's like, what's your numbers? What's your figures? We want feedback from your customers. And one of my customers came back and said, oh my God, these guys are really thorough.
Oh my God. Yes.
These guys really want to know everything about you.
Sorry?
They wanted to know, the questions that you were asking about the service and about everything. It was so thorough, so that it really, it did mean something. It's not everybody is just getting the star, and that's what we realize. It is a really honor to carry this service star, which is brilliant.
I'm so grateful that that has come across, and we will continue to be as thorough. We will literally never let our standards down. In fact, we will look towards, everyone that I'm interviewing right now about how we can support people better. So I'll get to that in a second. So, when you go for the PHAB Service Star and you qualify for it, we're measuring you against industry standards, as an average performance numbers. So if you then exceed those numbers, that's when it's part of the qualification process. So of course it now confirms that you have, with evidence and all of that, that you are one of the best people in industry because you're performing higher than industry averages. So there's no guessing. You don't know me. In fact, I think this is the first time we're seeing each other in person, but I know what your standards are because of the thorough checks. So I guess the question I would have to ask is, once you qualified for the PHAB Service Star and you knew you were performing higher than industry averages, how did that make you feel?
Well, to get that banner that day to put on my window, I just felt, yes, we as hairdressers, and I think we're always competitive people, and we want to do the best and we want to offer the best service. Completely. But to me, as I said, I'd made a plan for like a 5-year plan, and I wanted to sort of develop this education and I wanted to deliver it, and I wanted to be an industry expert. So to me, that was a little feather on my cap. I was really delighted.
Thank you for applying then. How wonderful. And would you say others should apply in the industry?
Yeah. I'm encouraging salons the whole time. I'm meeting salons and I'm really encouraging salons. There's some beautiful salons out there and they are offering, a really wide service, and it's very important.
Wonderful. So now, I've come to the part where you felt great about it, and it was definitely worth it, according to you, for your 5-year plan. So now that you've proven that you're among the best, what can your customers, both in this service that you provide, which is vital, but you're also doing a lot of education now, and not just in Ireland. So what can those customers expect from you in 2020?
Right,
2022.
22.
What can those customers expect from you in 2022?
Yeah, so ideally I run a clinic here in Kildare. So I offer hair, scalp and wig therapy services. And I also do a clientele for color and cutting and everything. So, with my years and years of experience, I do think it's very, very important. And after running the big salon for several years, as I said, I had 3 shops at one stage, bringing it back down to looking after my customers and a one-to-one service, and giving them just the expert. And sometimes you might not be able to give the service that the client wants. Mm-hmm. And having the knowledge and the experience and the confidence to say, no, this isn't going to be the right look. This is what's going to suit you. Or with hair pieces and wigs and that, I teach salons how to purchase, how to fit, how to run a scalp clinic. Super. And it's not always about just, having walls of wigs or walls of, that's like someone going into a shoe shop. It's about bespoke picking what suits that one client and how to purchase, how to fit, how to look after that client. And when salons look after clients like this, and when they offer a hair, scalp and wig service in their salon, they are able to then, they have clients for life. It's unbelievable, the loyalty that you can get.
Agreed. And I mean, it's part of hairdressing. We had this whole debate about textures, and should hairdressers know how to do all kinds of textures of hair? And I was trained at Viral Sassoon. I learned literally all the techniques for Caucasian hair. I had, when I studied, I was in Hong Kong, so I had to deal with absolutely poker straight Asian hair, and you know, how to work with that texture. But I was also taught how to deal with Afro hair, and there was no differentiation. It was hair. You had to be able to cut all types of hair and style all types of hair. You know, it is, but I don't think I had enough. And God knows, I mean, I qualified when I was 17, 18. And so at the time, I don't remember there being that emphasis, although there was anatomy taught, and they didn't concentrate as much on scalp and thinning hair. And it is only recently that I found out through people I know that have had these concerns through cancer treatment, etc., that it is such a vital part of everyday life now that, and it was, I would say, ignored is the right word until it was a wake-up call.
And it is, and I felt for years, when I designed this education and program, I wanted it to be affordable. I want every salon to have it. You know, some people say, can I be the only salon in Dublin? No, it's every salon, because we all have the customers. And there's so many companies out there that they're, you know, extensions. Yeah, but what type of hair are you buying? Is it European hair? Is it, you know, so to know the type of hair that they're buying, whether it's wigs and it's extensions and fillers, you know, how to purchase, where to purchase, what's going to suit your client, but also to run it as a business, because I had a business for 25 years and I know the social protocol of the expense of running a business. Yeah. So the way I've designed this program, it's helping hairdressers to run their business, but affordably, and to be able to do this service bespoke. So you're ordering in for that one client at a time, you know, and you're not tied into companies spending fortunes and everything.
You're not, absolutely, because that just means that you've got the money available to place the orders at the time. You don't have a huge stock holding.
Exactly.
Beautiful. So can I just clarify for the consumers that may be watching this, that you deal with wigs, you deal with toppers, you deal with, I think, partings, tea
partings, secret spots, extensions, fillers, contraindications of the scalp, you know, how to recognize scalp issues. And then we have an oncology aesthetics training program. So even for hairdressers, if they never wanted to offer this service, to have the knowledge, like what is a cold cap? What is your client going through when she's going through chemo? Correct. And to understand what your client is going through. You know, and where is her cancer? Is it lymph node cancer? Can you give a proper massage? What type of massage should you be giving? So there's a huge vast of knowledge there to be, I think, for hairdressers to have, and I'm really fighting for it to become part of the curriculum.
Well, if you need my help in any way, I'm in there. It should be part of the curriculum. So is there anything else they can look forward to that you might want to talk about, or can I move on to the next question? You let me know.
All right. So ideally, for 2022, I've been really busy for the last few weeks, just booking courses. So the next few weeks, I'm booked out solid with training programs. My education is online, and it is very video based. I am aware that hairdressers, we kind of learn a little bit differently, and we like to be practical. So a lot of the online training is videos, and it's, you know, for me talking through it and videos of step by step. And then I'm doing practical days. So we've launched this huge amount of salons all over Ireland have done my training, and we're now sort of announcing these practical training days to give them that hands-on experience. And in the UK now, we've launched a really good deal, sort of like the two programs into one, to make it affordable for the UK salons. So that's been launched this week, and They can get it on the website and on my Facebook and everywhere. So it's hugely to get it out there in the UK. I've been invited over to the Manchester and to London to do my practical training days.
Well, then I might as well book a date for coffee when you're here in London.
Yes, I look forward to it.
That's wonderful. Now, that sounds like immense work. It's actually very helpful work. So it must be very rewarding for you doing this.
It is. It's after being hairdressing all my life. And this is what I say to hairdressers: if you look after this client, you know, who has maybe a bald patch, a lady maybe like behind me there with the receding hairline, a lot of that is autoimmunes, you know, and they don't know why. We have now dermatologists recommending us, doctors recommending us, because sometimes it gets to the stage there's nothing more that can be done from a dermatologist and a doctor. And when they come in and we can bespoke and make a piece to suit their area, and we cut it out and we treat it and we show them how to use it and what to do and work with their hairdresser, the feeling that you get from that, you know, like I was a wedding stylist for years. I did 11 different front covers for wedding magazines. And when you do a wedding, it was always beautiful to see the bride so happy in it. But this is beyond all of that. You know, when you look after a client with hair loss and you give her a new life, nearly, it's really a beautiful feeling.
Agreed completely. And we're so proud, like I said, to have someone like you on our books. How wonderful. So would you say that, I know you said you would, did you say you would recommend this to all in industry to have this done? Did I ask you this question?
Yes, definitely. I constantly say it on my training programs that I really recommend. Why not be the expert, you know, in your area, in your field? And as I said, there's so many hairdressers out there doing fabulous cuts and fabulous colors and being really, really good. But get the recognition from it. And that's what the PHAB Service Star will do for you.
Fantastic. And thank you so much for that little marketing sentence.
Yeah. Off the cuff.
So do you feel that PHAB Service Stars has supported you after you got the seal and after you got your certificate? Did you feel we have supported you on social media? Because that's all we can do just now because of COVID and stuff like that. And as the PHAB Service Star was launched during lockdown, we've, you know, it's been hard work getting the word out. But would you say that we've supported you well so far?
Definitely. And it's really good to network with other salons and to network with other PHAB Service Stars. And in Ireland alone, the amount of salons, your Sean Taft, your Bridget Ahern, your Mabel Healy-Hart, and we've all been networking together, and it's been brilliant.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
And of
so
course,
definitely,
you know, the instrumental person there was Paul. And then of course, Sean and Wayne were so helpful to us. And I was talking to Bridget today, and I mean, you've got so many great people on board there. And I was just saying to Bridget, I'm so proud that everyone in Ireland works together. This generation of people who are in charge of the councils and stuff like that, you've actually got a camaraderie there that I actually admire, honestly. And
they're
so
doing a great job.
Very, very lucky to have been, you know, invited by all of you. I guess that leaves me with something else I'd love to know, is that going forward, how could PHAB Service Stars better support you?
Oh my God. Well, it's been brilliant, and I've been really able to network. And I suppose I'm sort of, the amount of the UK salons have come to me now. And I think I've been asking a lot of them, you know, where did you hear about me or what? And again, it's been through the PHAB Service Star. So they've seen it happen in Ireland and see what we're doing. So I suppose really it's to work with the networking of the UK salons now. But I have to say, even to renew my star, the amount of, it wasn't just something that you you renew it and you just get it. It was the whole process again, and
It was the
reviews from
numbers
customers.
again, because
Yeah.
we don't want anyone to rest on their laurels. We don't want consumers, we don't want to recommend to a consumer today in 2022, someone who was good in 2016, but has then since then let standards slip. So every year when you come back to renew, you have to submit your numbers once again to make sure that you're still continuing to improve and your results are still better than industry averages.
Yeah, which
So
has
we
been
will
brilliant.
never, and I think that's deserved, because when I recommend someone and the PHAB Service Stars, the seal recommends you to the consumer walking by, what it is doing, and when they see the seal on your Instagram and stuff like that, we want them to recognize it as quality, but current quality.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't let anyone else rest on their laurels. So I guess my parting sentence to you for this interview would be, is there anything else you'd like to say about your work or your customer care? Because I'd like to just let you go with this little bit of information that I want to share with your audience about things that your customers love about sitting in your chair, in your styling. So some of the people we spoke to, I've taken random little clauses. One just emphatically said, I would never go to anyone else. So that was it. Okay. For her, Aileen Maher was where she was going to go for the rest of her life. So that was an interesting comment, which is just displays the customer loyalty. And that was the point you were making earlier. Then, goes out of her way to make you a valued client. This one I loved. My daughter is 5 years old now, and has been going to Aileen since she was 6 months old. And she loves the experience. Now, how skilled would you have to be to have made that impression on a 6 month and kept her for a solid 5.5 years, that customer? And so, just the fact that that customer had to come to your door. I mean, the fact that that mum had somewhere to take her child. What a fantastic thing you provide. And then, there's more. I could go on. The personal service and attention Aileen offers to each client is greatly valued by all of us. The vast experience she has. This one I love. When you're with Aileen, you're in safe hands. This is phenomenal stuff. And this, Aileen, is why you have your PHAB Service Star.
Thank you.
So keep up the great work. We love having you on our books, and hopefully we will, I guess, see you again. I know you've renewed once, but I'm so glad it's helped, and I hope it continues to help in your future, I guess, endeavors. And we're right behind you. So would you like to leave any message to your industry or anything? Please feel free.
All right. Just to say thank you again for today. It has really been, it's nice to be recognized as the expert in the industry. And that's, it's a real feather on any hairdresser's cap. I'd recommend every salon to register and to apply for it. And I'm looking forward to working with so many salons in 2022 and therefore, and looking forward to sort of meeting all these UK salons as well as the Irish salons and showing them what the Irish industry has been doing, because there's so many salons out there in Ireland that have done my training, that are now offering the service, and it's been given salons an extra revenue in hard times like this as well. So just looking forward to meeting you all, really.
Thank you so much for your time. I know exactly how busy you are. And so thank you, Aileen Maher, and may your business grow and grow and grow in 2022 and beyond. Right, so Aileen, we shall meet soon. I think the next time you're in London.
Yes, definitely. I'll let you know.
For your time.
Lovely.
Be well.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.